Jorge Lorenzo's going to take victory in front. Delight for him as he goes back to the top of the World Championship.
GP Mania, saya Venilia kembali hadir untuk menemani kalian semua di kualifikasi Motogp yang kali ini dari sirkuit Lebong, Perancis. Tentunya saya nggak sendirian nih, karena Iwan Banaran sudah standby di studio untuk menemani kita semua. Halo Iwan, ¿cómo ça va? Mumpung di Perancis nih, jadi agak-agak sedikit bahasa Perancis nggak apa-apa ya?
Siap.
Oh, Iwan terlihat nggak sabaran banget nih pengen ngomongin tentang kualifikasi Motogp. Tapi sebentar dulu GP Mania. Feni pengen nginfoin dulu nih, buat GP Mania yang ada di Semarang, besok akan ada nonton bareng dengan tema Pop Dress yang akan dimulai dari pukul 1 siang tepatnya di kantor Wali Kota Semarang. Ayo cah-cah Semarang, jangan lupa ya, besok ikutin nonton bareng Motogp dan rasakan keseruannya. Bener nggak sih ini bahasa Jawanya cah-cah Semarang? Kayaknya Iwan Banaran lebih fasih nih kalau bahasa Jawa, bener nggak sih Iwan?
Jelas, ya kan?
Jelas.
Asli dari Jawa ya masalahnya.
Langsung ya, langsung ingin berbahasa Jawa, kelihatan banget.
Betul.
Well Iwan, sekarang waktunya kita untuk memasuki kualifikasi Motogp ini. Pasti yang pertama Feni pengen tanya adalah what's happening on Motogp?
Ya, di Motogp sebenarnya nggak terlalu banyak perubahan ya Feni. Yang pertama sih yang jelas kita buat fans Dani Pedrosa ya. Jadi selamat karena Dani sekarang comeback to Le Mans ya. Setelah kita menunggu beberapa kali race absen, ternyata dia saat ini dia bertekad untuk bergabung di Le Mans. Dia untuk mencoba berkompetisi dengan para rival lainnya. Itu yang pertama. Yang kedua, yang jelas Marquez setelah dia mengalami cedera kemarin yang kelingking, untuk saat ini dia mengatakan bahwa kondisi sudah 100% recovery. Jadi dia siap untuk berkompetisi, dia siap untuk bertarung di sini. Terus yang ketiga, kita bisa melihat bahwa untuk Honda kemarin sempat melakukan tes swing arm yang baru untuk RC ya. Jadi di JRS dan hasilnya cukup memuaskan. Terus selebihnya sih untuk Yamaha dan sebagainya, Yamaha sih masih tetap ya dia mencoba untuk penyempurnaan elektronik kemudian sasis. Jadi ya nggak banyak perubahan, sebenarnya sih masih sama lah.
Masih kurang lebih sama ya. Oke, kalau gitu Iwan, Feni pengen ngebahas satu persatu nih. Dari Dani Pedrosa dulu. Akhirnya dia setelah 3 race yang dilewati, akhirnya kembali lagi dan tentunya ini sangat ditunggu-tunggu oleh para rider lainnya. Tapi menurut Iwan sendiri, apakah dia langsung bisa tune in nih di sirkuit Lebong Perancis ini atau gimana nih?
Kalau kita melihat dari hasil free practice, sebenarnya memang Dani Pedrosa memiliki kemampuan untuk itu. Karena kita kalau melihat sejarah histori, Dani Pedrosa memiliki kemampuan di Le Mans cukup baik. Kita bisa melihat bahwa untuk prestasi sendiri, Dani dan Lorenzo sebenarnya dua-duanya ini
rekor
cukup bagus di Le Mans. Jadi makanya kalau dari saya pribadi tidak akan underestimate atau meremehkan Dani. Jadi potensinya masih cukup besar. Kita akan lihat nanti. Kita
akan lihat besok, tepatnya pada race ya. Dan juga untuk Marc Marquez sendiri, pada saat dia bertanding di Jerez Spanyol, pada saat dia race di sana, kondisinya tidak 100% fit, tapi ternyata ia mampu meraih podium. Apalagi sekarang nih, 100% fit. Tapi secara tidak langsung, apakah Iwan ingin mengatakan bahwa sirkuit ini fit untuk Marc Marquez? Iya nggak sih?
Sebenarnya, saya sedikit setuju dengan itu. Dia fit, self-confidence, dan yang pasti dia akan pengen mengejar poin, ketertinggalan poin dengan para rival. Makanya nanti saya yakin dengan pole position sekarang, dia akan bertarung untuk menjadi yang terdepan.
Patut diwaspadai ya ternyata oleh para lawannya.
Dengan Yamaha.
Well, Veni belum ngebahas masalah mengenai swing arm yang tadi udah disampaikan oleh Iwan Banaran. Tapi sekarang waktunya kita untuk menyaksikan kualifikasi pertama Motogp dulu dari sirkuit Lebong, Prancis.
on slicks. I'm sure Dylan can confirm now. They must be all on slicks, Dylan.
Yes, yeah, I can confirm that they all are. Softest options that they have available, softest options available. One good point someone made here in a pit lane. Do keep an eye out on Loris Paz, especially in the they know what it feels like now, so they can go out and essentially make the most of their tyres, whilst the other guys are still going to have to explore a little bit. And here, I'm just seeing he's got his hardest option here, so that's the soft tyre with the white band. Now remember, he crashed with the extra soft, so maybe he's lost all confidence in the extra soft as well, or he's saving one for later on.
Spargo leading up pit lane, and I think that's a really good point about Loris Paz. He was 1.5 seconds quicker, 1.3 seconds quicker in that session. He's going to go for it at the first 2 laps, obviously. Really go for it and set some sort of benchmark. There you go. Well, they're telling us it's extra soft for Aleix Spargo.
Right back into the tyres, Dylan saying it is the softest option. It's the hardest option for Aleix Spargo.
Yeah, he's got the extra soft front and the soft rear. That's his harder option.
Now he goes through that turn 5 where he suffered that massive high side this morning's session. Nobody wanted to set the pace here. There we go, confirmation out the soft rear. Yeah, and everybody else though out on the extra soft location. Season.
Bear in mind that Scott Redding won't have that extra soft available to him when he goes out.
I think that's good. Spargo is keeping one of those extra softs.
Only 2 runs, I would imagine, Dylan. We're not going to have any nonsense, are we? Because I would think with the conditions and everything, he's got to try and make 3 runs.
Situation and you might even argue that whilst normally they do an outlap and then try and use the maximum of the time on the second lap, the thing is you might even use 2 more laps because you're not going to be using them too much in that sweet spot.
They had a great ride here last year, Alvaro. LCR
Aleix Spargo over the line to start his first timed flying lap of this session. So Bautista and De Angelis. We've just seen De Angelis second quickest in FP4 after 2 riders. He led the way in FP4. The first time lap, so we've just seen the place. He's at the start of Q1 through the second part of the West. 13 and 14 that brings them back into the start. So look at those timings, Chris. The first time we're going to get any indication of the last 138, 306 immediately overtaken by New Zealand. 138, 173. The track conditions have improved. Loris Paz is best in FP4. 141. Jack Miller is already 5 seconds clear. 136.932. Jack Miller the 20-year-old winner of the Motogp race here last year. He leads the way. This is his personal best lap time for the X-Star Suzuki rider.
Yeah, into turn 12 for Aleix Spargo. This is where he crashed yesterday. We'd forgotten with the horrible crash that he actually went down here yesterday at the end of the second practice session. Led the way, did lead the way, but went down as well. Started by Aleix Spargo's crash right. Spargo crossing the line in 5th place. Miller is on the benchmark lap by 136.93 through a really good lap by Yuki Lafferty at 138.173, but Miller's advantage 1.2 seconds. race on. One would imagine, well, yes, he won 5.2.6. Miller in the second place. Exactly what we're trying out in front of your eyes, isn't it? Oh, Miller runs off madly. Really missed him out completely, didn't he? Congratulations, Parker. I think it's a decent lap, but I think it's asking a little bit too much for me.
Place with a 1:35.952. Doesn't seem that long ago since these riders were struggling to reach lap times of 12 seconds inside place with the wet track. Well, now they're 1:35.526 from Petrucci. That is only 30 seconds slower than the best lap time to drive the whole weekend. So Lorenzo, Nicky Hayden now on a fast lap to be the first 2 sectors of the American. Here he is.
GP Mania jangan kemana-mana ya, karena sesaat lagi kita akan menyaksikan lanjutan kualifikasi pertama dari sirkuit Le Mans, Prancis.
Tidak untuk dicontoh kecuali Anda profesional.
Pilihan bukan batasan untuk kita.
Karena cara kita beda. Saat yang lain ngeband atau pacaran, kita melakukan keduanya.
Saat yang lain juara basket atau juara kelas, kita jadi juara di hatinya. Kita generasi tanpa kompromi.
Terus maju mengikuti pilihan diri.
Seperti Mio M3 dengan teknologi Blue Core dan desain tanpa kompromi. Lampaui dirimu.
The World Class Helmet.
Kuawali hariku dengan talak angin Sido muncul yang punya pengalaman hampir seabad mengolah produk herbal. Ini berhasil. Talak angin Sido muncul, cocok buat kita. Orang pintar, minum talak angin Sido muncul.
We don't always have our own freedom, but I have my own way. This is my road, my time, my way. In any path I met, I always kept moving to have control. This is my life, my ego.
The World Class Helmet.
We don't always have our own freedom, but I have my own way. This is my road, my time, my way. In any path I met, I always kept moving to have control. This is my life, my ego.
segmen sebelumnya, Iwan sempat mengatakan bahwa Marc Marquez ini baru saja selesai melakukan swing arm test. Feni pengen tahu nih, apakah di Le Mans Prancis ini swing arm test ini akan digunakankah dengan swing arm yang baru atau gimana nih, Iwan?
Untuk Le Mans memang belum ada konfirmasi, Fen. Jadi mereka masih membandingkan antara yang lama dengan yang baru. Tapi secara dasarnya, secara basically memang tidak mempengaruhi secara signifikan. Cuman dari Marquez sendiri mengatakan bahwa dengan swing arm yang baru, motor dia lebih stabil. Jadi ketika dia keluar tikungan, itu motor tidak ngambang. Nah, disinilah makanya dari pihak HRC sedang terus mengembangkan supaya swing arm ini disempurnakan. Nah, untuk Le Mans apakah dipakai untuk race atau belum, ini belum ada konfirmasi. Jadi kita akan lihat aja ke depan seperti apa. Jadi seperti itu lebih kurangnya.
Tapi ngomong-ngomong dari tadi kita belum membicarakan mengenai karakteristik dari sirkuit Le Mans Prancis ini, GP Mania. Sebenarnya gimana nih karakternya nih?
Karakter Le Mans punya lintasan tidak panjang, jadi lebih kurang sama dengan Harris kemarin, jadi sekitar 4,2 km. Tapi karakternya beda. Kenapa beda? Jadi kalau di Le Mans ini lebih stop and go. Jadi kita bilang stop and go. Kenapa? Karena untuk tikungan sendiri sempit. Kalau yang di Harris kemarin itu flowing atau mengalir. Nah, di sini settingan tiap-tiap tim akan melakukan settingan yang berbeda. Ketika di Harris biasanya tidak akan bisa dipakai di Le Mans. Karena kenapa? Artinya dari dari masing-masing tim harus bisa menyeting motor supaya braking sedekat mungkin. Karena ketika dia masuk ke tikungan, dia harus keluar secepat mungkin. Jadi seperti itu. Nah, disinilah makanya dari pihak Honda mempunyai kans yang besar. Karena untuk RC sendiri itu mempunyai kelebihan di lead braking. Jadi kelebihan Honda di situ. Tapi patut dicatat Yamaha memiliki sasis yang cukup bagus. Jadi ketika keluar tikungan, Yamaha unggul. Makanya plus minus antara keduanya ini.
Jadi bisa dibilang seimbang?
Bisa dibilang seimbang, plus minus.
Tapi kalau untuk membicarakan mengenai karakteristik yang tadi Iwan sempat mengatakan bahwa ini karakternya stop and go. Yang saya tahu rider yang cocok dengan stop and go ini adalah Marc Marquez. Benar nggak sih?
Betul.
Benar ya?
Ya.
Tapi jangan salah GP Mania, bahwa Yamaha sendiri di Le Mans Prancis ini track recordnya juga cukup baik. Bahkan beberapa tahun belakangan ini yang kita lihat memang mungkin di tahun lalu dia tidak juara 1. Tapi Yamaha ini sendiri selalu keluar di podium. Benar nggak sih Iwan?
Ya betul. Jadi kalau kita melihat histori memang untuk kalkulasi kemenangan, Honda masih unggul dengan 7 kali kemenangan di Le Mans, sementara Yamaha 5 kali. Tapi secara konsisten, Yamaha terus melakukan pembenahan dan kita perlu dicatat bahwa Jorge Lorenzo juga cukup bagus di Le Mans. Karena dia mempunyai record yang kita bilang almost perfect untuk di Le Mans, sama dengan Dani Pedrosa. Jadi dua-duanya ini punya punya sejarah yang cukup bagus di sirkuit Prancis.
Banyak sekali sepertinya informasi yang saya dapatkan barusan dari Iwan Banaran yang perlu dicatat kata Iwan. Oke, sembari saya mencatat, sekarang saatnya kita untuk kembali melanjutkan untuk menyaksikan kualifikasi pertama yang kedua.
Battered and bruised Espargaro. He's fourth at the moment. We're looking to put the Suzuki into Q2.
We're looking at a 1:34.551. And he made a mistake on this lap, didn't he? This is an amazing lap from Aleix Espargaro. Tips it into 12, 13, now 14. Out he comes. He's going to take over at the front.
He does. Aleix Espargaro, heroic lap of 1:34.276. Almost 0.3 of a second quicker than Scott Redding. What a lap. Vinales trying to move back into the top two. He doesn't. Vinales stays in third. A 1:34.578 from the Spaniard. It's Aleix Espargaro on the Star Suzuki. Well, it's a star performance by Espargaro at the moment. 3.5 minutes of the session remaining, but he leads the way from Scott Redding.
This is Maverick Vinales. He's been knocked down to third place.
Some mistake his teammate. Looking on.
Battered and bruised from that big crash this morning. Down towards the Shimano above Essex, left and right. Third split time will come up then.
Adrenaline from Aleix Espargaro because he's still about 1 tenth of a second up on improving on his own best lap time of the session, a 1:34.276. He's pushing to make sure he increases that advantage, doesn't leave himself susceptible to a late attack. Just under 3 minutes remaining. Here comes Espargaro to the line. Can he improve that 1:34.276?
Through turn 14, Aleix Espargaro. Number 41 It's a 1:34.213. We have 2 minutes 27 seconds remaining, and it's a fall for Scott Redding.
Scott Redding currently running in second place, which would put him through to Q2 as Maverick Vinales over the line again, not able to improve again. He stays in third place. There is Scott Redding pushing that to number 45 bike. That's in turn 4 at the Dunlop chicane. Redding trying to get he's limping away a little bit. That looks fine now. Here we go. We're going to get a replay of Redding. This is going to be a front end loss, I would imagine. He doesn't lost the rear.
He looks like he may be safe from him. It's going to get back.
Just getting on the throttle. From the session. Look at that. Into second. And Danilo Petrucci through the third split. Looking to go from 6 into the top 2. Number 9, Danilo Petrucci will be coming to the line any second now. Here he is through the final 2 corners. Aleix Espargaro still leading the way. He's heading going to be denied.
Petrucci lines it up. We have 1 minute remaining. Crosses the line. He's gone top. 1:33.923. First one into the 1:33s. Danilo Petrucci and Aleix Espargaro. Hayden and Redding are out of contention. And we have 53 seconds remaining.
Oh, that crash at turn 4 just a few seconds ago. Oh, so costly for Scott Redding because he's not going to be able to do another lap in this section. And he's been bumped back down to 4th place. Petrucci on another, but he was on another good first sector. It's not any what it looks like. Spots in Q2. Heroic performance by that man there, Aleix Espargaro. 25 seconds of the session remaining. He's currently in second place. Recover 7/10 of a second.
10 seconds to go. Check it back. The man to look out for is Maverick Vinales. Fastest through the first speed. Could he knock his teammate Aleix Espargaro? Has he got a clear track? He's not unfortunately going to be Nicky Hayden. Maverick Vinales is going to be very, very tight. Third split time is going to be crucial now for Vinales. He must be coming through garage for upwards as well as Professor Thierry, a familiar number 25. This is going to tell us a lot when it comes out of the at the time he's finished.
First sector completed now. He's lost 3/10 of a second. Estimated position you can see there on the right-hand side of the graphic, only 4th place. Not good enough for a place in Q2. He needs to find something really extra special in these final 2 corners if he is to deny his teammate Aleix Espargaro. The lap probably has gone away from Maverick Vinales. He comes to the line now, and anxious Espargaro looks on. Oh, Vinales got within 300ths of a second.
Wow, big sigh of relief from Aleix Espargaro. This is Stefan Bradl. He's had a difficult time switching from the LCR.
Fantastic. He got within 3 of a second. His teammate Aleix Espargaro. Comes Bradl with Kieran Abraham behind him. Looks to try the top 2. Petrucci and Aleix Espargaro. Comes to the line now.
Remains in 6th. In 10th spot. Excitement. Danilo Petrucci and Aleix Espargaro are through, but Maverick Vinales and Nicky Hayden, Scott Redding before he crashed, pushed them very, very hard indeed. Aleix Espargaro.
GP Mania, stay tuned on kualifikasi Motogp 2015, Kals, I'll be right back.
Oke. Biar anak baru, lo bisa bikin gebrakan. Lo bisa rebut perhatian. lo bisa lampaui diri dan maju ke depan. All New Soul GT, maju dan menggebrak.
When performance meets personality. Show your character with your name. Be confident with high protection. Kayete K2 Rider, it has your name.
Di seri sebelumnya, Lorenzo akhirnya kembali menggapai puncak podium. Sementara, Rossi dan Marquez berada di posisi 2 dan 3. Persaingan kali ini pun semakin seru, karena semua riders berada dalam performa terbaiknya. Jangan lewatkan aksi mereka di sirkuit Le Mans dalam Motogp Prancis. Kualifikasi, Sabtu 16 Mei jam 11 malam. Dan siaran langsung, Minggu 17 Mei jam 5 sore. Hanya di Trans 7.
Kata mereka aku cocoknya di perpustakaan. Kata aku sih. Lampaui dirimu.
Ku awali hariku dengan tolak angin Sido Muncul yang punya pengalaman hampir seabad mengolah produk herbal. Ini berhasil. Tolak angin Sido Muncul cocok buat kita. Orang pintar minum tolak angin Sido Muncul.
Kalau ada yang bilang Anda nggak bisa lompat, lompatlah lebih tinggi. Lampaui dirimu.
Tadi kita sudah menyaksikan kualifikasi pertama dari sirkuit Le Mans Prancis. Ada nama yang agak-agak jarang kita lihat penampilannya bisa semaksimal itu. Yang saya maksud ini adalah Danilo Petrucci. Bagaimana nih melihat penampilan Danilo Petrucci nih, Wan?
Petrucci sebenarnya memang dia pembalap bagus, Pen ya. Didukung dengan motor sekarang Ducati yang kita tidak tutup mata dan kita tidak bisa ingkari bahwa mereka signifikan sangat bagus ya. Kemudian yang kedua, memang dia punya keuntungan menggunakan ban yang lebih lunak dibandingkan dengan factory team. Jadi kombinasi ini sepertinya membuat Petrucci mengkilap. Nah, jadi memang sih kalau kita melihat seperti itu belum tentu sih saat race-nya nanti seperti apa ya kita harus lihat dulu karena
bisa jadi ini faktor luck hanya dalam kualifikasi kita nggak tahu juga ya,
bisa
Iwan ya.
jadi, karena memang sejauh ini Charles Petrucci track record belakang belum terlalu meyakinkan kalau menurut saya pribadi.
Karena baru di sini juga saya melihat dia cukup semaksimal ini, makanya saya sangat penasaran sekali melihat race besok. Tapi ngomong-ngomong tadi Iwan sempat mengatakan masalah ban. Sebelumnya tadi di jeda komersial saya sempat ngobrol-ngobrol sama Iwan mengenai ban Bridgestone. Kata Iwan ada yang dikeluarkan lagi nih untuk sirkuit Le Mans Prancis.
Ya,
Benar nggak
jadi
sih?
untuk yang di Bridgestone, untuk di Le Mans itu Bridgestone mengeluarkan ban khusus, ban yang diracik lebih lunak dibanding biasanya. Karena kenapa? Karakter daripada di Le Mans ini cenderung dingin. Kalau diukur pada ground atau di aspalnya itu sekitar 17 derajat Celcius. Jadi ini sangat dingin dibandingkan dengan 4 balapan kemarin. Tentu ini paling ekstrim untuk dinginnya. Makanya dari pihak Bridgestone membuat ban yang sedikit lunak, jauh lebih lunak dibanding biasanya. Ini untuk mengangkat supaya temperatur pada titik ideal. Karena kalau tidak bisa tidak bisa panas dengan cepat, dikhawatirkan traksinya tidak akan mendapatkan hasil yang optimal untuk traksi tiap
Oh, jadi maksudnya gripnya kurang ya?
Gripnya kurang.
Oh, oke. Ternyata seperti itu. Nah, sebelum kita menyaksikan kualifikasi kedua nih ya, saya penasaran ingin membicarakan mengenai Iannone yang saya sempat ngeliat Instagramnya nih. Kalau nggak salah dia ini dislokasi bahu karena melakukan tes di Mugello, Italia. Benar nggak sih, Iwan?
Sebenarnya untuk cedera sendiri memang dia mengalami jatuh terbanting sehingga dia merasakan bahwa di cedera punggung, tapi dia menggunakan painkiller. Jadi untuk yang di free practice, event kualifikasi saat ini dia menggunakan painkiller. Nah, kalau keluhannya dia sendiri sih memang saat ini dokter masih mencoba untuk mencari solusi. Karena kenapa? Walaupun menggunakan painkiller, dia masih merasakan sakitnya itu belum terlalu banyak berkurang gitu. Tapi ternyata tetap cemerlang.
Iya, ternyata hasilnya juga tetap cemerlang.
Luar biasa
nih.
sebenarnya.
Kita berdua udah tahu hasilnya. Kira-kira GP Mania udah tahu belum ya hasilnya? Daripada penasaran GP Mania, langsung saja kita saksikan kualifikasi kedua dari sirkuit Le Mans, Prancis.
Doesn't seem to have been any smooth run. So here we go, Dylan. We are ready to go.
Yeah, and obviously everyone is out on slicks. However, we have a few discrepancies with front tyres, interesting enough. Bradley Smith, Mark Marquez, both the Pramac guys, as well as Danny Pedrosa, and just checking Cal Crutchlow. Cal Crutchlow has bumped in. For the softest tyre they've got in the rear.
Here we go. Here is the tyre allocation here, qualifying 2 at Le Mans.
For the first time this season, the green banded extra soft front and rear available in the allocation. The extra soft and soft medium options for the front available to all 25 riders. The factory bikes for the rear, and the white banded soft. And for the open class bikes, it's the green banded extra soft. Tyre characteristics here at the regatta circuit. Asymmetric on the wheels, asymmetric this week. Slightly harder on the right. Not an aggressive circuit on the tyres here in Le Mans, but the fact that there are more right-hand corners than left, that's why the question they've got a slightly harder compound on the right.
Class 250cc. In fabulous form throughout practice. Consistency, and then when it mattered, winning a really quick lap at the end of the session, replacing the extra soft option front tyre for a Lorenzo.
Fairly dramatic 13 and a half minutes. Let us know what you think about it on social media, as you can see there. Hashtag French GP, joining the action on Twitter and Facebook. Marc Marquez, different front tyre selections.
Lorenzo that leads the way through La Chapelle. Climbs up towards the museum corner. Let's for the first lap. Sparkles. Very much so. He hesitated momentarily. He definitely did slow, didn't he? But I think, as you say, find a little bit clear space.
Lorenzo is going to run off the track. Clearly way to Bradley Smith behind him is Valentino Rossi. His first
S's first time in anger. This is going to be sub 11 minutes to reset.
To the top of the timesheets at 1:084. Alexis Spargo in second place with Petrucci.
These riders now on their second lap, they are absolutely roaring through this first sector. Smith, Spargo, also Marquez, also Lorenzo. Here is Bradley Smith. Smith led the way after the back yesterday. Now ride with Marquez. This is Marquez.
After that, he fought his way fantastically all the way back. Bradley Smith, all on really good laps here.
We ride with Marquez. Breaks now for the blue S's. This lap certainly should put him top, but Aleix Espargaro and Bradley Smith crosses the line in second place. We switch back now to Marquez. Right into record him on 13 and 14. I think he may take over the front, but for how long? Because Marco Pedrosa and Aleix Espargaro after him. Marquez leads the way momentarily. What do you think?
Marquez does lead the way at 1:33.374. Half a second clear. Aleix Espargaro just moved back up inside. Thinking about the perfect time. The number 4 Ducati Dovizioso passed through the first 2 seconds. At the moment, that won't last for long. He's going to pick up at least 2 or 3 places on this lap. Dovizioso.
Dovizioso into the blue S is coming out. The left-hander, turn 12. We switch now to Jorge Lorenzo. Back with Dovizioso, that familiar number 4 on the GP15 Ducati. This is a lap that's going to put him on the front row of the grid, one wouldn't imagine. That was a terrific last second. Dovizioso up into third.
Dovizioso estimated position second with Marquez. He really is putting the hammer down about halfway through this 2 session. Marquez, an exceptional first 2 splits, an exceptional third split, almost 4/10 of a second up on his own best time of 1:33.374. Here comes Lorenzo.
Let's have a look at Lorenzo to start with. Lorenzo crosses the line. He is top of 3:3.69. Now come with Marquez. Keep an eye also out on Andrea Iannone, riding with, well, not dislocated now, it was a dislocated. Marquez, he's top. Iannone in second place. 8 minutes remaining. Marquez, Iannone, Lorenzo, Dovizioso, Dovizioso, Smith, Trincci, Espargaro, Iannone, and Valentino crossing in 12 lanes.
To second place. Fantastic lap time. 3:05. He did that right behind Marquez, who set the only 1:32 lap of the session so far. The world champion setting the pace of 1:32.983. 3/10 of a second clear of Andrea Iannone. Here's Dovizioso back down to 7th place. That's on the 3rd row of the grid as it stands right now. Personal best lap coming in from the number 4.
Front row last time out. Just moves on 1 place, Andrea Dovizioso. One would imagine, Dylan, they're still all out there.
They are still out there. Obviously, this is a slightly different situation with the track conditions. With it being cooler, they're arguably getting a few more fast laps. Just accustomed to one. However, the teams are, of course, ready with the fresh rear tyre. Plus, they probably said to the guys, look, stay out a bit longer, get to know the track, get used to it.
Sorry, 7 minutes remaining. It's 15-minute final 2 session.
There's Andrea Dovizioso on that extra soft Ultra Bridgestone tyre. All the riders now peeling back into the pit lane. There's Valentino Rossi, number 46. He's got work to do. Rossi at the moment down in 12th place. All the riders have done 4 time laps, and Rossi slowest at the moment with a 1:34.524. Marquez lead the way. All the riders now, apart from Dovizioso, that's 11 riders in the pits.
And the
quiet before the storm, Dylan.
Well, exactly. I'm still outside of Suzuki here. Aleix Espargaro, he did his time, just like in Q1, on that soft rear tyre, so his hardest option once more. So it'll be very interesting to see if he is now going to switch down to an extra soft and give that a go.
Guys are ready. Welcome to CC Grand Prix winner. Here is Marquez, 1:32.983. That pole-setting lap last year from Marquez at 1:32.042, but you've got to say the track is not the same. Marquez leads the pits. 5.5 minutes to go. Marquez, Inoni and Loretta would be the front row of the grid for round 5 of the World Championship. 28 laps of the
Sebelum kita menyaksikan lanjutan kualifikasi kedua dari sirkuit Le Mans Prancis, saya ingin mengingatkan GP Mania bahwa dalam setiap race MotoGP kami memiliki hadiah jutaan rupiah yang bisa jadi milik Anda. Bagaimanakah persyaratan dan ketentuannya? Makanya langsung saja follow akun Twitter kami @MotoGPT7. Mumpung sekarang saatnya jeda komersial break, follow sekarang juga ya.
We don't always have our own freedom, but I have my own way. This is my road, my time, my way. In any path I met, I always kept moving to have control. This is my life, my ego.
When performance meets personality. Show your character with your name. Be confident with high protection. Kayete K2 Rider. It has your name.
Let's go. Kita cari dulu co-host kita.
Fauzi Badila bersama Jolin Maria mengadu lari maraton dalam Run Till You Drop 3 Hours di Pulau Serangan, Bali. Dan kuis jam di Nusa Ceningan, Bali.
Ini sangat-sangat berbahaya. Tidak untuk dicontoh kecuali Anda profesional.
Ditemani bintang tamu Belda. It's My Extreme Adventure. Urban Extreme Sport. Senin 18 Mei jam setengah 12 malam. Hanya di Trans 7.
Kata mereka aku cocoknya di perpustakaan. Kata aku sih. Lampaui dirimu.
Di kualifikasi kedua yang kita saksikan tadi, sebelum di overtaking oleh Marc Marquez, Lorenzo ini tampil sangat maksimal sekali. Terbukti ya, dari free practice pertama, kedua, sampai terakhir nih, dia sangat konsisten sekali. Sepertinya sangat on fire banget nih dari era Spanyol. Setuju nggak sih Iwan kalau saya bilang begitu?
Iya, sangat setuju. Karena ya seperti yang kita bilang kemarin kan, seperti kesurupan saya bilang kan. Jadi sampai sekarang pun kita juga fantastik buat Jorge Lorenzo. Jadi kenapa sih sebenarnya ada apa sih kok dia bisa sebagus itu? Memang secara teknis sebenarnya tidak banyak perubahan karena motor ataupun komponen baru belum disuplai dari Yamaha sendiri. Tapi
perubahan mesin pun tidak banyak dilakukan
tidak banyak
juga
dilakukan, hanya settingan-settingan seperti geometri, distribution weight dan sebagainya. Tapi ternyata dibandingkan dengan Rossi bisa dibilang grafiknya Lorenzo ini luar biasa, Fen. Kalau kita melihat mungkin kenapa seperti itu, mungkin dari ini ya, apa motivasi diri sendiri. Seperti yang kita tahu kan Yamaha extend punya kontrak sampai 2016. Mungkin dia ingin membuktikan bahwa
momen ini ya yang ditunggu-tunggu ya.
Betul, jadi gue masih bisa loh, gue masih bagus loh. Jadi seperti itu, dan ternyata memang dari skill Jorge tidak ada yang meragukan. Dan Le Mans memang saat ini dia mempunyai histori yang cukup bagus di sana.
Seperti yang tadi dikatakan juga oleh Iwan ya.
Iya, seperti yang kita katakan tadi. Makanya kombinasi-kombinasi ini kita melihat bahwa Jorge cukup bagus hingga detik ini ya, at least hingga detik ini. Dan kita akan lihat bahwa race nanti dia pasti akan di depan, mencoba untuk di depan.
Semakin di depan ya, kelihatan sangat konstan sekali loh dia ya.
Sangat konstan sekali.
Tapi ngomong-ngomong mengenai Lorenzo yang sangat konstan sekali, belum tentu. Kita lihat dulu cuacanya gimana nih. Kalau Pandangan-pandangan dari Iwan sendiri cuaca gimana? Mungkin Iwan merangkap pawang hujan juga atau gimana kan saya nggak tahu ya.
Cuaca di Le Mans tidak bisa diprediksi. Jadi memang kalau kita melihat prediksi daripada perkiraan cuaca di Le Mans dry atau kering.
Sejauh ini kering
Sejauh
ya?
ini kering, tapi patut diingat bahwa di sirkuit ini, di sirkuit Le Mans ini, dia mempunyai karakter yang beda dengan sirkuit lainnya. Jadi dia lebih bisa dikatakan sangat lembab, dingin dan lembab. Humidity-nya mencapai 90%. Bisa dibayangkan kan bagaimana lembabnya. Makanya tiap-tiap tim mereka harus bisa menyeting sedemikian rupa supaya motor konsisten, balancing maksimal. Bagaimana motor bisa entry the corner dan out the corner dengan baik. Dan ini yang susah, karena kenapa?
Para rider harus melakukan braking dengan secara efektif itu, karena banyak sekali slow corner yang seperti kita tahu ya, Iwan ya?
Slow corner, dan ketika motor kita brake, kemudian kita masuk tikun dan kita keluar secepat mungkin. Ketika slow corner, ketika slow speed, biasanya ban akan gampang wheelie atau ngangkat. Jadi disitulah balancing yang dibutuhkan, karena sebisa mungkin biasanya tim akan mencegah supaya tidak ada wheelie ataupun ban ngangkat ketika akselerasi. Makanya ini akan menarik sekali nanti, Fen.
Oke, Iwan Banaran terlihat sangat on fire sekali seperti Lorenzo, tapi sekarang saatnya kita kembali menyaksikan lanjutan kualifikasi kedua dari sirkuit Le Mans, Prancis.
Interesting enough, Andrea Iannone appears to be going out also on his hardest option on the soft rear.
Makes life interesting, doesn't it? Marcus will tell you all about that in Argentina, won't he? It wasn't soft then, it was hard.
And sorry guys, one more vital change. Lorenzo had earlier gone out with the extra soft front tyre. He's now going out on a brand new soft slick, so he's gone a bit harder on the front. Remember, he did the exact same thing this morning and went quickest.
Certainly went quickest, and he put in a really good
Now, as you can clearly see, the white-banded soft front tyre on Jorge Lorenzo's Movistar Yamaha. That's put him now on the same tyre combination as Marc Marquez, because as Dylan said, he started this 15-minute Q2 session, Lorenzo, on the green-banded extra soft. So Marquez and Lorenzo now on the tyre combination.
Lorenzo pits for the last time on pit lane towards his dominated the proceedings in Jerez 2 weeks ago. He's dominated the proceedings here in many ways. Set the fastest lap of the weekend so far. He has 4 minutes to take his second successive pole position. What about Bradley Smith, who led the way here after 2 sessions yesterday?
Second and final runs underway now with Smith first lay in 8th place. This is going to be Smith's first time lap of his second, and he's down in 8th place on the grid at the moment. Last 3 races, Smith has started from 10th place on the grid. A couple of places higher at the moment. He was wanting to start at least on the second row last night. He was talking after his media debrief.
Iannone Hernandez over the line, and there it is. Follow Bradley Smith.
Shootout has started. We're underway. First man out on the track. And he is in 8th place at the moment. Good second sector from Smith. That will put him onto the second row of the grid if he carries it on through. Accelerating now on the back straight.
From the Gallorsburg corner up to the Shimano Proof S's. The split time will come up, which will tell us a fair bit. Yeah, first 2 rows I think would suit Bradley Smith. Here is Iannone Hernandez. Lips there on the notion of yeah, decent lap from Smith. Certainly could be enough to put him on that front 2 rows, but will it be enough at the end of the session with 2.5 minutes remaining? Marquez on a really quick lap.
Smith found a bit of time through the 3rd sector. This might put him up to 5th place. Puts him on the front row of the grid provisionally. Bradley Smith, a 1:33.332. Just 2 minutes of a second behind Andrea Iannone. Here's Marc Marquez. Fast through the first 2 splits. Don't think he wanted Cal Crutch like
Just not happy through there, is he?
too sure of his mind with himself. He hasn't been glad at his
going into the corner. Just one word that actually Spargo has so he's opting not to go back out. Leathers on, helmets on, but obviously from a time point of view he can't manage it. Maybe he'll go out for a practice start just before the year.
That's another really good lap from Bradley Smith. Also Mark sectors quick and through the third sector. Running forward. Can he get back on the front row of the grid? Can Marquez recover? Just remember, last year, 1 towards the Shimano Professors. It's where last time on the brakes now, left and right. Third split time will come up. We have 46 seconds remaining. Q2 here in Le Mans.
Jorge Lorenzo dropped Bradley Smith from the front row. Seconds to go. Lorenzo, that's your front row as it stands now. Cal Crutchlow. Excellent centre from the British rider. 400ths of a second up. He's got Marc Marquez right behind him.
Marquez at 1:32.246. Lorenzo now on a really good lap. We have 12 seconds remaining. Time is running out.
32.246, almost 8/10 of a second to Andre Iannone and Crutchlow in second and third have set the exact identical lap time of 1:33.001. Vizioso up to 11th place, 2 seconds at 1:32.749. Checkered flag out, front at the moment. Marquez Davizio, so Iannone.
The line in third place. Marquez Davizio, Lorenzo, Iannone, Crutchlow and Smith. Rossi still trying to get onto that second row of the grid. The World Championship leader currently running in 7th place. That looks like Andre Iannone.
Seconds ago, Cal Crutchlow and Bradley Smith were on the front row of the grid. It's now Marquez Davizio. Move up. Places Iannone, Crutchlow and Smith. That's the second row at the moment.
Bradley Smith off that second row of the grid. Iannone still running in 4th place. Let's follow Valentino Rossi safely through 13 and now 14. A second row start, which is higher than he usually is in qualifying. He crosses the line now. Valentino Rossi, and Rossi remains in 7th place.
Let's look at the big screen there for Jorge Lorenzo because he just survived a late attack by Cal Crutchlow. Crutchlow on his last lap set a 1:32.897, 500ths of a second away from bumping Lorenzo off the front row. Crutchlow will start from 4th. There's Danny Pedrosa. He'll go from 8th place on the grid, just 600ths of a second behind Valentino Rossi. Marquez has taken pole position for the 25th time in his MotoGP career. Half a second clear of Andrea Dovizioso. Good qualifying game from Dovizioso. Lorenzo, front row of the grid.
Marquez's 3rd front row start opposite away from Valentino Rossi. But Marquez, as we said, has been a real fragmented couple of days for him. But when it matters, he comes up, or pretty rarely doesn't come up with the goods. Lorenzo, I think, will be slightly disappointed, but a front row start was what he wanted, and that is what he has got. Great second row, Crutchlow, Iannone, Iannone and Smith. Excellent performances by both of them for different reasons.
This replay of Jorge Lorenzo. This is down at Shimano Berth chicane. Might have been where the lap time went away from him. Bradley Smith, a little nudge there to the pole man. Marc Marquez, 1:32.246, just a couple of tenths outside of his outright circuit record. Marquez took pole position here 1 year ago with a 1:32.042. He came mighty close. As we say, 25th MotoGP pole position secured by the 22 minutes.
That's 3 decent practice starts. Bradley Smith and Marc Marquez. Pretty decent. Well, we thought it would be exciting. Andrea Dovizioso found something from somewhere, didn't he, at the end there? And they've put the Ducati on the front row once again.
Because he was 11th, wasn't he, when he started that last lap with so a great lap of 1:32.749. Lorenzo not looking too happy about qualifying on the front row of the grid. Bradley Smith, well, mission accomplished for the number 38. He wanted a place on the second row. That's what he got in 6th place. Best qualifying result of the season for Bradley Smith. His best before that, 7th in Qatar.
Well, yeah, as we keep saying, this man, when it matters, he still can come up with the goods. 3rd pole position of the season for Marc Marquez, following the pole position a year ago here at the
Marc Marquez kembali meraih pole position di sirkuit Le Mans Perancis ini. Kalau berdasarkan catatan saya nih ya, Iwan ya, kalau tidak salah di 3 tahun belakangan ini dia memang selalu meraih pole position di sini dan satu diantaranya adalah di Moto2. Tapi justru di sini Valentino Rossi kali ini keluar dari 5 besar. Ngomong-ngomong dari 5 besar ini, yang saya penasaran dan ingin membicarakan adalah nama Cal Crutchlow di sini di urutan keempat. Kayaknya sangat menarik nih kalau untuk dibahas sedikit nih, Iwan.
Ya, Cal Crutchlow memang pembalap bagus. Kita lihat yang kemarin-kemarin bagaimana di Yamaha Tet3 dia bisa ngerecokin factory team, dan ketika dia pindah ke Honda sekarang, dia orang yang gigih, dia pembalap yang mau belajar. Kenapa saya bilang begitu? Karena dia seringkali mengamati mengenai kondisi bagaimana Marquez atau bagaimana karakter motor sekarang. Dan dia sering mengatakan bahwa karakter Yamaha dan Honda berbeda. Dia sering sekali dia mengutarakan bahwa untuk Honda bagaimana treatmentnya harus seperti Marquez, yaitu late break dan sebagainya. Kita melihat di sini bahwa memang untuk Cal Crutchlow ini
pembalap yang bagus, yang pertama, yang kedua dia gigih, yang ketiga didukung dengan tim yang memang solid. Benar.
Jadi,
dan langsung terbukti lah di sini ya di beberapa balapan terakhir ini.
Ya,
apalagi
betul.
di kualifikasi belakangan juga memang dia sangat konsisten sekali penampilannya, dan kita lihat juga di Circuit of the America luar biasa.
Betul.
Well, singkat saja sebelum kita sampai ke penghujung kualifikasi MotoGP malam ini, prediksi seperti biasa, Iwan.
Prediksi saya mungkin nggak tutup mata dengan Jorge Lorenzo, seperti yang saya bilang berulang-ulang tadi bahwa dia memiliki histori yang cukup bagus, dan saat ini pun saya akan pegang Jorge Lorenzo karena kenapa free practice dia bagus, konsisten, dan saat ini pun walaupun dia harus kalah dengan Marc Marquez ataupun Dovi, saya tetap memegang dia untuk race. Itu yang pertama.
Intinya Lorenzo ini maksud Iwan adalah akan masuk ke podium walaupun entah 1, 2, atau ketiga.
Saya pegang nomor 1.
Wah, luar biasa. 1 adalah Lorenzo, 2 siapa nih, dan ketiga?
Yang kedua, saya pegang Marc Marquez. Karena kenapa? Ya kita bisa lihat ya bagaimana dia secara terus-menerus melakukan improvement sampai dia menyabet pole position. Dan yang ketiga, Valentino Rossi.
Yang ketiga adalah Valentino
walaupun
Rossi.
dia kedodoran, walaupun free practice kurang cemerlang, seperti biasa, kadang-kadang dokter bikin kejutan.
Saya tidak sabar sekali nih ingin menyaksikan pakemnya dari prediksi Iwan barusan ini. Jangan lupa ya GP Mania, saksikan race besok di sirkuit Le Mans Prancis pada pukul 5 waktu Indonesia Barat, pastinya di Trans 7. Dan jangan lupa juga, besok akan ada nonton bareng MotoGP di Semarang, mulai pukul 1 siang dengan tema Pop the Race, tepatnya di kantor Wali Kota Semarang. Ayo Caca Semarang, ketemu di sana ya. Saya ikut nggak ya? Well, yang penting sekarang saya pamit undur diri dulu ya. Kita ketemu lagi di kualifikasi MotoGP selanjutnya. Merci beaucoup.
Ya.
Thank you, Wan.
Thank you, sama-sama.